Welcome everyone to New Mexico, the vastness of the desert. For miles, no signs of civilization, just open fields and shrubbery. It's Shoya here, building what I usually do, small towns in the middle of nowhere. Here will be the small community of Reyero. Founded in '64, the town hasn't gotten much bigger since then, and that, to me, is what it makes this place beautiful. The town will have around 300 residents. Reyero is almost like stepping back into the Old West. Farmers, ranchers, friendly people, and a few city slickers that nobody likes. This is like an Old West town with cars. If you like a town with that Old Western flavor, visit Reyero. Right in the middle of the desert, away from everything else. That small town feel where you actually know your neighbors and you are able to walk to the store. These less traveled roads are leaving the town more and more isolated. Small town events, they even shut down Main Street in the evening. I have decided to begin with the Main Street, already in place. A few diagonal parking spaces available, commerce on each side. I'm talking about restaurants, antique stores, motels, a couple of liquor stores. The typical business you can easily find in many of these places. Main Street is not only the major road running through town, but the site of all street life. A place where townspeople hang out and watch the annual parades go by. It is the focal point for shops and retailers in the central business district. American Main Street suffered a steep decline with the rise of the shopping mall in the 60s and 70s. However, tourism still has made Main Street USA attractive again. Some of the most beautiful main streets have become destinations for tourists seeking unique shopping and dining experiences. These episodes will be a journey into Americana. The back roads, less traveled areas, just checking out these great old places commonly found in the US of A. These small towns with a population of under 1,000. You know, the real America. This is where you find the roots of this great country. I am a slow builder. I tend to take my time as I lose myself detailing each building that I place. It might not be the best if you think about releasing content constantly, but quality over quantity. I definitely do not play the game the way most people do. That's not what this channel is about. However, if you enjoy the details and the unique buildings, then this is for you. I begin here with a couple of restaurants, both different but not too much, vintage looking with the old Coca-Cola sign on it. The Whatnot shop next door, well, let's say you can find a little bit of everything in there. Some call it garbage, some call it antiques. I have decided to raise it a bit, then build a wooden structure right in front, inspired by one of many small towns that I have checked on Google Earth. I proceed with detailing both restaurants at the beginning of Main Street. Tables, chairs, a couple of menus on display. I will add a fence to give the guests some extra privacy while they enjoy their meals. These small tourist traps for people that look for a quiet meal with a nice view. The neon sign will definitely be changed as I am not too happy about it, so I will come up with something original, built with my favorite mod, procedural objects. That one and Move It are essential for what I'm going for. They allow us to move things around and change assets the way you want them to be. That allows a lot of creativity and that custom touch that I want to add to my builds. Then it's time to work on the whatnot shop. I needed a place where Mr. Miller, the owner, could store a few antiques, as he has limited space inside the store and he is usually on the hunt for more, leaving the wife on duty during his absence. They have decided to keep everything they can find. You will never know how much some of that trash can go for. I must also add that this should be a constant work in progress. I will add extra detail as I see fit, since I am not going for a huge city. That allows me to go as deep as I need. I will create a few logos for Main Street. Some City Skylines players that joined my Discord and made assets for this build will definitely have something going on in Reyero. Feel free to join us there, as I am leaving the link in the description. We have a small community, just like this one, and I have decided to keep things like that, instead of inviting everybody. If you want to join freely, then that's perfect. I will be looking for feedback. Even if I already have an idea in mind of what I want to achieve with this, feel free to add suggestions so we can always be interactive. Even stories are welcome, as I would rather add them than speaking about what you can already see on the screen. This is the heart of the town, and this main street has been here as long as there's been Reyero. People that grew up here or that spent a significant amount of time, the very mention of Main Street brings to mind one particular thing: the Main Street Festival. The first ever Main Street Festival took place in 1982. It was inspired by the long overdue upgrade of Main Street itself. Before that, the surface quality of the streets have become notoriously bad, prompting the ones in charge to make this upgrade a priority. Everything from the asphalt to the sidewalks, lampposts, and even trash cans. They took a brand new appearance in the early 1981. While everyone agreed it needed to be improved, business has suffered during construction, with the constant roadwork proving to be a stressful inconvenience for merchants, some of whom reported losses of 30% or even more over the 9-month construction period. To get things worse, merchants were worried that closing Main Street for the festival might do more harm than good. However, a few businesses owners sold the idea that pedestrian traffic would only draw customers to their stores, and support for the main event was back on track. The very first Main Street Festival proved to be a bigger success than everyone imagined. I will consider making one in the future. I am thinking about a concert, good old country music in town. Main Street closed for the festivities, but that's not for now. The next 2 buildings will be selling alcohol, 2 known places in the community that keep their guests in good spirits. I should work on their logos to give them a personal touch in the near future. I'm leaving that for a future episode. Then, the last building for today will be a hotel. I have not yet decided how I want it to look. But that will be all for today's episode. I would like to thank you for watching. It is my first time with commentary and it's still terrible. I know that and I embrace it. So don't like and don't subscribe. It's all good. If you do, then it's a terrible mistake on your part. The best episode is definitely the next one. Or is it? Until then, take care, y'all.